Hey, this is Alex from Graysend, and in this video I'm going to show you how I built and installed a rustic whitewashed door for an outdoor toilet. I made this door to match the existing door of an old laundry and to be lockable. Keep watching to see the process on how to turn rustic garden edging into a whitewashed gate style door. The first step is to paint and scrape the rough sawn timbers. I'm using rough sawn garden edging that I can paint, then straight after pull the excess paint off with a block of timber. This gives the timber an old weathered lime paint finish. I like to use this technique as it makes cheap garden timber look pretty nice. This rough sawn garden edging timber works really well for this painting technique. The timber needs to be rough sawn for the texture to come through when the paint is scraped off. The rougher the timber the better for this technique. Once I've finished painting and scraping all the boards, I let them dry, then pick the best side to be facing out, as this will be the most visible side of the door. Before I build the door, I need to check to make sure the lock will be able to be installed onto the middle ledge of the door. I need at least 30mm of door thickness for this lock to function. This door is really simple. It consists only of faceboards, ledges and braces. It's basically a gate that I'm going to install to operate as a door. I have some reclaimed maple that I can use as a ledger and bracing. Just needs a quick clean and then to be cut to size. The plan is to build this door to the full width and length of the faceboards. Then once it's all built, I'll cut and plane it down to the exact size to fit the opening. To install the ledges, I mark the top, middle and bottom positions. I sit them in place, dress them up a little bit, then I'll paint them to suit the rest of the door. I'm going to glue and clamp the boards together with ratchet straps to get the joints tight. The joints may separate a bit as the timber dries out, but I don't really mind as this is just a rustic door project. Next, I pre-drill, glue and screw the ledges to the faceboards. I'll screw from the back of the ledger into the faceboard. I'm going to fill and paint the screw holes at the end of the project, or maybe I won't just because it's an old rustic door I'm building. I'll then install the bracing between the ledges, starting the bracing from the bottom hinge side and bracing towards the top at roughly a 45-degree angle. This will keep the door square in the same way as the bracing works for a gate. Once the bracing and ledges are screwed off to the faceboards, the next step is to cut the door to the correct size. Measure the opening and take off all the required allowances. I cut the door to height using a builder's square and circular saw, then rip it to the correct width with a saw and power planer. I measured the opening width and took away 6mm, the same as I would do for just a standard door. I'll cut down the door to a line that I've marked with a straight edge, then use a planer to dress the cut straight. Once the door is cut and planed to suit the opening, I can install the hinges into the side of the door. The hinges are rebaited and installed into the edge of the top and bottom ledges. The next step is to install the door into the opening. I'll place the door on a door pump it up to the right height and then screw it securely into place. As the door header is a bit out of level, I'll need to give the top of the door a quick plane to suit the opening. Happy with how the door is installed and it's swinging freely, I'll install a standard door lock to finish this project. The project delivers a secure, kid-proof, lockable toilet door. That's the end of the project. Thanks for watching.